So as Rob gets Patrick set up, so between Giants, we've been talking to these guys for a couple weeks. They're in Brooklyn, hunkering down, like I said, trying to be healthy. A really good band. They submitted probably a couple months ago, and we were trying to work out the date for a while. We finally got here, and here we are. So Patrick, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it
Or well,
looks like
having
you're.
us. I know, unfortunately, Tyler is having internet issues,
Yeah, that's all right.
but
It happens.
I mean, it
It
happens.
totally happens. Live stream TV. This is not as bad as it's ever been. So between Giants, if you could just sort of give us your elevator pitch. If I was walking down the street and I saw you and I was like, "Oh, Patrick, hey man, you're in a band, cool. What is it like?" And you can tell me a little bit about that. Tell us briefly about Play Dead. We'll take a listen to that and come
Yeah.
back and get deeper with Dave.
Yeah. So, what I would say is Between Giants is a new kind of indie rock vibe. It's a lot of pop influence, rock influence, and it's just, it's an amalgamation of all of our styles put together. So it's very new, very different. Our newest song, Play Dead, which comes out April 17th. So check out for that. It's really just a good rock song. It's just stripping back a lot of the extra instruments that we've layered on some of our old tracks, and really just bringing that powerful sound of what we're going to sound like in 2020. So we're looking
Sweet.
forward to it. Hope you guys look forward to it too.
And I gotta say, before we start the song, there's a kick-ass keyboard. As a keyboard player, there's a kick-ass keyboard solo
Yes.
after the song stops on this little sample here. So I highly encourage you to go listen to it, check it out. You can definitely hear the keyboards in it, though. So let us know what you think in the comments. Share this video out. We'll be right back.
Where you been? I'm not scared of what you say. I'm scared of what it meant, and I'm alone with my decisions. When I dream of you, anxious some more. And I've been thinking about you once or twice. Just the little things that let's lack. You haunt me. I stay young in the city of yours. Go kissing my fake. You're still watching me. I play dead, get a rise out of you. Don't come close, you break it. They'll say, if I'm honest, I can't take it.
All right. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't get the finger from Rob. It's different now. Between Giants. So we got Hans, Patrick, and Tyler here. Happy to have the guys have a little chat. So Between Giants, the meaning. Help me out, somebody.
Tyler
Yeah,
can
for
take
sure.
that.
I got you. Yeah, sorry about the technical, but yeah. So Between Giants was initially something that kind of spoke to me. I saw a painting when I was living in Florida for a little bit called Among the Giants, and it was this painting of like a really small man juxtaposed against these massive, massive trees on like a very like large portrait canvas. And it just really hit me at the time because, I think music is different for everybody, but music for me is just kind of the way I express myself and the way that I kind of articulate how I'm feeling at times. And so for me, it sort of just means, staying on a path and going forward despite what's around you, whether it's your anxiety or depression or, life circumstances or COVID-19 in this case. You keep moving forward and pressing and staying true to yourself and, keeping an eye on your goals. So that's really kind of an encapsulation of music and then the band. So that's where it came from. They both didn't think it was stupid, so we locked it in.
No, man. I mean,
it's a pretty good name.
Yeah, maybe you guys become the Giants and the music flows between you guys throughout your career or something. That's what I was thinking. But hey, man, that's cool too. So I'm always I enjoy kind of exploring the conversation of how a three-piece comes together, because it's usually there's a unique story in there somewhere, and this is especially unique because. So we got Patrick on drums, Tyler is a singer and also, plays some guitar. But Hans is the keys. He's on the keys. Like most three pieces, it's just drum, bass, guitar, and a singer in there. So when you told me that, I'm thinking of the band Keen. So is that an influence with you guys just in terms of how they put their sound together? Hans, how about you answer that one?
For me, not too much, to be honest.
Really?
No, it's I think it's just more so what we kind of.
Dave, you're fired.
A lot of it is kind of just trying.
Hey, I'm not done, Joe. I'm working on this.
But
Sorry, go ahead.
As typical, we talked about maybe adding a bass player for like live sets to maybe like free it up more. But what we kind of worked on with the last two tracks has been definitely more influence in synths and trying to give it like more of a modern kind of like style on with rock. So that's a big part of it, me at least. I want to definitely move forward less away from traditional keys sound and more towards maybe synths or other sounds to help create a good song.
Right. And for the people watching that may not be conscious of, I guess, the instrumentation, it's like when you don't have a bass player but you have a keyboardist, the keyboardist has to be conscious of the bass line as he's playing. And sometimes it can get confusing because it's like you want to keep that consistent low end going, but you also want to, throw some melodies and fill up the sound, really.
Yeah.
So there's Go ahead.
Hans is just a wizard at what he does. He's so good.
Well,
So,
you have to be. That's the thing.
Yeah,
And we've
he's
had three
just-
pieces on the show before, and I've told this to the guitarists because whether it's the piano or the guitar that's filling most of the sound, like you can't mess up, man.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
if you mess up, it's like everyone notices.
yeah,
You got 6
100%.
people on stage, you get a little mess, no one even like notices. But when there's so much focus on like the heart of the full sound, so but that's pretty cool. But anyway, so was that when you guys first came together, was it clear what the plan was in terms of like the three piece, or did you kind of experiment with a bunch of different things?
Yeah. So unfortunately, I think Tyler's having internet problems again because he's
Hey,
not
we
here.
got him for a little bit though. Man.
Yeah, I mean, we did. He did appear for a brief moment, but so this group Between Giants, it started out as a solo project for him when he was living in Florida, like he was saying before, and when he moved back up to New York, he really wanted to get like a fuller band sound rather than just being him. And we've known Tyler, me and Hans, for many years now. We went to school together with him, and so when he first asked us, he needed a drummer, he needed a keyboardist, and he was ideally looking for a bassist or a guitarist, but that fell through, unfortunately. So I guess the aspect, it was never always supposed to be a three-piece, but ever since we joined and we've come together, it's just been magical. It's been awesome. It's been a great ride, and I wouldn't do this with any other people. It's just
Awesome,
been a
man.
treat. Yeah.
Yeah. You make more money at shows too. That's the little bonus there, man. All right, couple more questions. So influence wise, like I was actually hearing some 90s alt rock kind of spread throughout your style here, and Gin Blossoms was a band that kind of came to mind. I don't know if you guys remember them. They're actually from Arizona. Just kind of that, like, it's like light uplifting type of rock, makes you feel good.
Yeah,
But-
for sure.
Question for you, Hans, like what I want to know, like your background, just like how you got into music and who are your personal influences.
Sure. So I got in from I played keys a little bit when I was a kid and then kind of quit because no kid likes to practice. So I stopped after that. But then I think I was in my dad listened to like a lot of classic rock and reggae growing up. So like I started listening to Queen and I heard Don't Stop Me Now. When I heard that song, it's just like I gotta learn how to
Oh yeah.
gotta learn how to play it. So like I started learning with that, then I started teaching myself some other songs. I went from there. But in terms of influences, especially now, I'd say my biggest are because I come from more of a like hip hop and R&B background. But I've always like had a love for like rock and alternative. So for me, I'd say right now it would be currently Tame Impala, St. Vincent, and D'Angelo are always solids for me.
Wow, man, cool. You get to mix it all in. That's awesome. It's awesome. I can't even tell if Tyler's back. We'll see when Rob switches.
I think it looks like he is.
Yeah, all right.
I've tried some Rambo techniques. I've propped the router up on a case of beer. I feel like the signal's wrong.
All right. Well, you made it in the intro and the end, man. That's no problem. So
Perfect.
I checked out the website, which by the way is, let me make sure, betweengiantsofficial.com. Go check that out, guys. You can see just news, merch, and obviously like their tour date. So it looks like you're doing East Coast in July. Right? Is that the plan?
Hey, God willing, man. If the
Is every date on as of right now?
Yeah, everything's on. I've reached out to venues just to double check, and people are really optimistic. It's starting in mid-July, so I mean, we might have to miss a couple if New York is still really bad and New Jersey is still really bad. But yeah. So it's still on as of now. We're optimistic of that it'll clear up by then and we can hit all the dates.
Cool, man. All right, guys. It was awesome having you on the show. Nice chatting with you guys. Please come back. Send us your new music. But for now, we're going to move on. Have a great evening, guys. All right.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for having
us.
Guys.
Yeah, for sure.